Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you guys back to my channel. Today is my first attempt at a vlog. I've learned a couple of things. Like one, I'm going to be carrying a tripod with me because I want to record more of like the whole process of a vending day. But me and Kara did a vending event at Post Houston on March 2nd. So these are all the clips that I got from that event. I promise I'll do better on the next one. But I just wanted to start trying to like vlog certain things that I do with my business so that you guys can see. So I just needed to come in and say that because I realized I never actually did an intro, I think. So, let's get on with the show. Hi guys, today is March 1st. Excuse the bonnet. We're doing things. So, I don't know if I explained this last night on here or if I explained it on somewhere else. Either way, we finally have the two that match. I'm very excited. Because this is blue and not purple and we want to add purple to it, I will be using purple to make my price tags and make my little enamel pin thing. So I'm going to insert a picture of like the little enamel pin thing that I'm trying to emulate right now. I am aware that I'm going to have to build like a bigger one later, but I pulled out one of my planners from last year. And so last year I made this page where I wrote down all of the inventory prices and stuff for Comic Palooza. And I think I'm going to keep kind of the same prices, but I did it more so for like the list. So there's a list for everything. I'm not taking this book in with me. I'm just going to use my, as I call it, my business dump journal. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because I'm going to officially like put this in the book. So hold on. I have an old Happy Planner notebook, and I have been printing my own dot grid pages and putting it in here for a while. So we're going to use one of these pages one of these pages should be fine. And we're going to write down the inventory as I make the little posters. And then that'll also help me keep track of what I need to double check in my square. I know I'm technically doing this very last minute, but after my thing didn't fit yesterday, I did not have any willpower to continue when I should have. But we're giving myself grace, and hopefully I can get all this done. It is 4:30 p.m. I would like to have this portion of the project done by 5:30. Because I still need to do maintenance on me. Like, I got to be cute when I go to the show and stuff, and I need to charge everything. Excuse me. So, first, let's make a to-do list, shall we? Oh my gosh. Hiccups. When in doubt, I use my OG Identity notepad. Oh gosh. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. So we need to make an enamel pin board. I'm going to write it here too. Enamel pin board. We need sticker display. Price tags. Because I really have noticed that putting prices on everything in multiple places is very helpful. So I'm going to kind of make 2 or 3 of them. I want to do another price scan thing with my Cash App, my Zelle, my PayPal, all of that. We need to do another one of those. I need to laminate some more bookmarks. I think that's it. We'll see how we go from there. Because then I have to load the cards up. Again, we gonna get to work, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so editing Brittany here. This is just me. So last year was the first year that I really started trying to do cons and things and wanted to keep more of vlogs of what I do for each one of them. So I decided that I was going to recopy this list. And now that I have done this twice. I've decided that I'm going to actually just create, I'm not going to call it, well, it's kind of a binder, but not really. It's just going to be an extra tab in my business planner that will have inventory list for when I do shows so that I can, write the price, write how much I'm bringing, that kind of thing, so that I don't have to rewrite it every single time. It's just something I think works in my favor, just for the way that I like to keep things together. Also, this is me. I'm gonna try to insert a photo. I think I already inserted a photo. So I decided that instead of immediately going to purchase the cardstock printed one, that I was going to kind of make my own, because I have a lot of extra arts and crafts stuff around my room. So I figured, why not just make my own and see how it goes? And this process took up so much of my night. I should have never done it. Honestly, I should have never done it. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, for one, the idea of it came out really well, which is why I am actually, in fact, going to be ordering mine from a printing company. I wish I knew of a good local printer that, could be my printer, but since I don't know them yet, I've actually designed a whole new set of them in Adobe Illustrator, and then I'm just going to fit them all onto, I think, a 22 by 36 or something like that. Either that or a small 12 by 18. Those are the two that I'm working with, and then I'll cut it out to my specifications. That's basically what I'm doing, but I just wanted to show you guys this process here was actually not that bad. It worked out. It's a cute little display that I used for both of my shows in March, but for Comic Palooza, like I said, I'm trying to come in real good, real easy. I want it to look like I'm just really in here and it's been, this isn't my second year type thing. Plus, I want to do more cons and I want to be accepted more with the con applications, and I want to do DreamCon next year. So I have to look professional because they constantly want recordings, videos, and everything of my previous shows. And so I want to do more shows so that I can show them, like, I do plenty of shows, plenty of options, and I work with different spaces too. So basically all you have to do here is I measured out how much the little display thing that I use, how big was one square, and then I measured how many enamel pins and things that I needed, and I just use Elmer's glue to do the rest. I am in the process of trying to get 2 more enamel pins before Comic Palooza, but we shall see. This process right here was a nightmare. I have no idea what was going on with my cutting machine, but he had just decided he no longer wanted to cut things straight, and I tried like 4 or 5 times to get it to work, and it would not work. But that's all I'm gonna say right now. Y'all go ahead. I'll be back, Okay, I decided to not stress myself out. So I found the bin where I had other stickers from last year's Comic Palooza. And we're going to see like which ones are still available and which ones aren't. Some of these I don't even want to use the same prices anymore. So that's a thing that has to be taken into consideration. Oh, this one is... yeah. If you notice, things are a little cheaper in person. Not to mention, you know, I haven't really put out some new stuff lately. So this is an effort. Think of it as like an ongoing sale almost. This project is already 6:30. Okay, so we have one for the prints. Yeah, those are fine. We have the zine. Enamel. This is the one that needs like a reboot. Oh, we're going to save that cloud. Actually, we're going to save all these clouds because I think we might be able to add some clouds and hearts to this. Oh, these are for the Ita bag. Ita bag. Do I have another Ita bag one? That would be really helpful. Oh, I do. Okay, so we have the Ita bag all squared away. We still have the vinyl sticker one that I have. The small ones are $1. Notepads and journals, yes. Laminated bookmarks and metal bookmarks. I think I'm going to combine it like this. Or is that too confusing? Or maybe we'll just have to attach the metal one like above the metal. We'll have to do that. These aren't terrible. Coloring book is still there. Acrylic. Oh, the Sailor Moon one. Okay. So technically, hold on, my phone's ringing. Okay. So this is the version of it. Not my best work, but it'll do. That'll do, donkey. You know? So what I'm thinking about doing to ensure that the enamel pins are supported is that I want to put it on the board like this, and I'm trying to decide what the best way to put them up would be. I almost want to put a command strip back here. Hold on, let me see if I got a command strip. Let's see. That would be super, talk about secure, right? Like that would be super secure. I need to go find some more. So I'm actually thinking about using these command strips. So we're definitely gonna have to get like, that table's gonna stay downstairs for a long time. I can feel it. So we can put it like right there and then have it to where it holds it up like that. Let's see. You know what? Let me just. One, 1,000, 2, 3. I think this is gonna look good. I'm also just trying to make setup easier. And so if I have to use command strips in this bad boy, because I can peel them off at any time. So that's the goal anyway. I know I should have been waiting till last minute to do this. I've been thinking about this all week and I should have done it. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is life. So let's make it do what it do, baby. Okay, so we're just gonna hold this for a while, and then this will sit right here. I think that's gonna look really good. If push comes to shove, I might punch holes in this, or I'll reinforce. I will reinforce the sides with glue dots and like just put glue dots down the sides. I think that works. Okay. One thing that I did not do last year at Comic Palooza was when I put the thing up, I did not make sure that it stuck. It definitely sticks. Okay. And then, boom. I think that looks good. Okay, let me quickly do the stickers and then we can go downstairs. Because, wow. I'm going to be up for a while. Yeah. Okay, so this event, this was the Post Houston. This was my first time doing Post Houston. And I think the venue is nice, but yeah, like I said, I quickly learned that doing an event at these kind of places, I'm not really finding my crowd. I think I really need to maybe, um, I don't know. The nerd spaces seem to be where I prosper the most. A lot of times at these kind of events, I have people
coming up and being like, oh, this will be perfect for my daughter, or calling my stuff childish, or things like that. And I just find it very discouraging. When I have to set up for shows on my own, sometimes my friends do come and help me. But when I set up for shows on my own, I like to get there really, really early. I like to get prime parking. This is me kind of just zoning out because I'm going to be real with y'all. Doing in person events are so draining to me. Having to, be social and smiley and talkative and, that kind of thing as an introvert is actually very draining. And so I always treat the setup process, especially if I'm by myself, I treat the setup process as like just a calming moment where I could get myself together, hype myself up, tell myself like, okay, this is what we're doing today. These are my goals. These are my things. Plus at this event, the event was at 11 and you could start setting up they said at first at 8, but because there were multiple events, I think they said there was a car show, there was yoga on the roof, and there was a Red Bull sponsored dance competition on the first floor. And so because they had all of that going on in the building, they were like, you should probably get to the parking lot early. So I actually got there at like 7:30. I parked right at the front where the ramp is. But then I was there from like 8 until 11. So I had a good 4 hours. And when I tell you I took the whole 4 hours to set this up because I did not do a setup for this show. I didn't know the venue. I'd never seen the inside. So I couldn't really estimate like how much we were doing with this. And so I really took the whole 4 hours. I sat down. I really just took my time. And I think it worked out nicely. It showed me one of the things that we could actually do with the potential setup for Comic Palooza. But like I said, I'm going to end up putting that out in my living room so we can start putting it together. It's just, I'm that person. It's going to take me a bunch of time to like set it up, and then I have to put the artwork and stuff on it. And that's where everything has proven to be a little interesting, to say the least. Everything is going pretty good. Just taking a break because I'm tired. It's not. What time is it?
It is, you can say it's 10:15.
Okay, so it's 10:15, which means I've been here since
Seven.
7.
7.
I've been here since 7. We are almost done setting up everything. Also, y'all are gonna see Kara throughout this vlog because I'm gonna forget to vlog. So just be prepared to hear another voice. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so we did remember to record this, but when I tell y'all, we didn't really record much because the music was so loud. We could barely hear each other. They had put a speaker like right next to us, and we kept asking them to move it, but they just were like not with it. They just kept, it was loud. Not to say that the event wasn't interesting. I think, well, according to everyone else, this was not like the best one that they've done. They've had better customers. It was to the point where I was able to just draw the whole time, take pictures. Um, I didn't really have to do much. Kara is my main helper when I do shows. She is who we call the upsell queen, and she's always super, super entertaining to watch work. And that kind of helps me, that just helps me to chill and not really have to worry about it. I will say it was a little frustrating just from the fact of, we're trying to find other in-person events that Melanin Eclectic would do really, really well at. And I don't know what to do in this particular sense, because everybody was saying that because there were so many events going on at Post Houston, that that was why we weren't really getting a lot of customers. We weren't getting a lot of buys. We weren't really, we weren't really doing very well. Um, and so it's like, I kind of want to do Post Houston again. I think maybe in the summertime, we might come back and revisit this, maybe in August. Um, but for the most part, I don't know. This is one of those moments where I have to like remind myself, like, just keep trying. We just don't know where Melanin Eclectic fits in right now. And yeah, it's also just prompts me to like draw. I've been very inspired to draw. Like I said, when Kara is here, I don't actually have to get up and sell a lot of the times. Um, Sometimes I draw on the table to attract customers as well. It just, it's nice to have somebody to talk to when the sales are down, but that doesn't mean that, we weren't both very disappointed, because, we set sale goals for each one of these events. And since we've never been to this event, our goal was to break even, and we did not break even. This event is not a complete no for me. I think that this is more of a, maybe we'll try it with less people type thing next time. Maybe that would work. And, maybe that might be better. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you guys want to see more, I'm going to keep recording these things. I'm going to get better at recording. I left my tripod for this event, so we didn't really get a chance to do a lot of different things, but we're trying. And I think that to the customers that I did see and the people that I did meet, I'm very appreciative that you guys came and stopped at my table and said what's up and bought things. Just, I love watching people's eyes light up when they see the display, because my display is very colorful. I think that is something that always draws people, but I'm just trying to get people to be drawn and buy. So it's been very interesting, to say the least. I also think it's funny that I set up the camera to draw because it had been really, really slow. And the moment that I set up the camera, as you can see, I am collecting money, putting together little orders, putting bags together. Because Kara is my front woman. So she's normally the one interacting with the customer. She's normally the one taking payments, unless it's cash. And then I'm the one in the back packaging up everything, putting in a cute little bag, making sure everybody has like, a card and stuff for me. So I think our dynamic works. Also another thing, Post Houston was freezing cold. I think at the time that we did this video, the yoga upstairs had finished and the car show had finished, but there was a huge dance competition that was outside that like blocked the stairs that led up to us. And there were no signs or anything letting us know that we were upstairs. So a lot of people that were coming upstairs were like, "Oh, I didn't even know you guys were up here." Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just rambling, but I just kind of wanted to insert some of my thoughts here because I didn't really record because there wasn't a lot happening. What you saw in this clip is exactly what we did the whole time. And we had a lot of time to brainstorm, at least. So there are positives to this. It's like we were brainstorming about stuff I wanted to do for Comic Palooza. Layout design ideas were had. We talked about products I wanted to try. So there's positives. Like we had free time to do that. But I would have loved to at least break even. I'm not even going to front.
Hi. So I don't think I got a lot of footage yesterday. It's one of those small business moments of frustration. We didn't even break even yesterday. So I'm really disappointed. Usually if it's not a good show, like as long as we break even, I'm usually okay. But the fact that we didn't even break even, I'm just like, ugh. It's one of those small business things where like I'm just super frustrated. So today I have to empty out my car, but because we have another show on the 15th, like I can't put everything away, if that makes sense. So today we're just gonna be doing some melanin. We're gonna do some processing. So I'm ordering my groceries. I have to do some self-care things first. Like, I'm going to take a hot bath, and all that stuff. I don't think I've ever said this on any of my videos or anything yet, but, turns out I have, osteoarthritis in my knee. So, these loading, unloading, and stuff is actually really hard on my knees, and so my knees hurt really, really bad. So the best way that I like to kind of manage the pain is I like to give myself like a nice soak after. So while doing this, I also need to remind myself to make my reel for like my after show maintenance. But we're gonna continue this vlog a little bit, and I'm just gonna show you guys like what I do after, or mainly like I might just discuss what I do after, because I don't have to do much. I don't have to restock anything. I don't have to do any of that because, like I said, I have a show right after. So what I need to do, I wrote down everything that was purchased, and which reminds me, for next show, I'm actually going to do a list to keep track of what was purchased and what wasn't purchased. That helps me update my website's inventory, as well as really trying to understand what sells well in person and what doesn't. So I will be doing another vlog, obviously, as I prepare for the next show. And, I did draw. So I did draw. It was so boring. Me and Kara were just kind of like bugged out. And I know you guys don't know Kara. Kara is one of my dear friends here in Houston. She always helps me with my shows. She is the upsell queen. That is what we call her. And even she was like losing energy. Like the way that, you know how like us introverts, like when you, like we regain our energy from like alone time. She regains her energy with people, and the people we're not people in, okay? We met some great people, like our vendor neighbors were super nice and super chill, and they've done the show a couple of times, and I talked to other vendors, and they said that this was like a lot of people did not even break even today or yesterday, so I'm a little frustrated, but give me a second. Let me like get my whole life together, because I also have to plan content for today. We have to do a little bit of recording because it is the beginning of March. So yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys, this is the one that I worked on. This was a continuation from last year's drawings. I meant to show you guys everything that I drew for October, but again, I had multiple family emergencies happening at once, so I never got a chance to show you guys these. So these are things I'm going to be working on, just throughout the year. That day ended up being a pretty painful day for me, so I ended up having to just relax, and I didn't want to be on camera. So I'm going to try to remember to sit down and have a discussion about what I do after I do vending shows, and plans for Comic Palooza. In the next one, like I said, I do have another event this month, so we'll have another vlog like this. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, please let me know. As always, thank you guys so much for checking out my channel, and until the next video, guys, have fun. Bye.